Okay, welcome to Mongolia Great Khan Attempt, number 1 of God knows how many. Normally I like to have some kind of plan in my head for how I do these streams, but with Mongolia I have no idea. They were a pretty cut and dry job in 1.6. There's easy ways to get out of your opening position, but with this... God, I've got no idea. Okay. Great Khan Attempt 01. Maybe we should call it 001. Of 2 million. Thank you, Marvin, and hello, Bane. Yes, I'm trying to race Bane Williams. Whoever can do this the fastest in game time wins. Although there's no win condition for me. So, Mongolia. If you haven't played them before, then lucky you. You have 5 provinces. You're a vassal of the Oirat Horde. The Oirat is much stronger than you, and if we let a single day tick by, we'll see why they are so powerful. Maybe a single day isn't enough. Anyway, they start with a 2550 general, so that's 5 shock. That's really bad news for us, because if we want to declare on the Oirat, they will smash us with that 5 shock general. I could probably destroy them one way or the other, but there's a small matter of Manchu, who fields about 22,000 units, and they get a mission to conquer your lands, and they hate you. So, yeah, that isn't good either. Nobody will ally you, only one person will even remotely consider supporting your independence, that is Chagatai. So, we're down about 20 points to get them to support our independence, so straight away let's start improving our relations with them. And, yeah. There's no need to pay our troops right now, so we're not going to. And we're going to switch our Beijing trader from transferring, where he transfers a paltry sum over to this node. We're going to change him to collect, because it'll work out as more money for us. We'll do a little comparison here. I mean, we're meant to make 0.87 ducats. When the month ticks by, we'll see what we're really meant to get. So you look at Tibet. Nope, they're friendly towards Oirat, and it's pretty good that Oirat isn't friendly towards them. They're hostile. That's good news for us. Chagatai has rivaled the Oirat, which is good because it makes it more likely that they'll support our independence. Uzbek are just all-round useless. In fact, if it weren't for the Uzbek, the hordes would be a lot more stable. They trigger a lot of horde wars in the area. As in, they are the target of because they're so ridiculously weak. For now. Yeah. Now Oirat want to marry us because they want to integrate us, so we're saying fat chance of that. They will raise our relations over time, and then they will try to annex us. And because our total base tax is 11, that doesn't sound right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Our total base tax is 9. It said 11 because it counted the capital bonus. Because we're only 9 base tax, they'd be able to integrate us in 9 months after they start. So things look pretty grim. Let's improve our relations with Ming. And we just kind of sit back and hope for the best. Our missions are pretty much Ryukyu level missions. I could do the exploit to get myself maximum prestige and army tradition, but I don't like using the same trick twice, so we're going to leave that one be. One other thing I can do is send and recall my dude to improve relations with Chagatai. Now that one I am not scared to do again. Ah, there we go. What's his name? Esen Taishi. A 2550. I think Oirat can field 11 to 14k troops in total, which is still frightening in its own right. Marvin asks if I'm going to westernize or reform. I certainly don't have any plans to do either. So some people say they like to see me fail at this game. Those people are going to be quite delighted if they're watching this, because I'm going to fail a lot with this. For example, that's one of the worst starts I could have hoped for. The Oirat have declared war on Uzbek. That's particularly bad for me because Manchu are going to see me as a tasty target and they're going to fight me. And the Oirat are going to be so not concerned about that they aren't going to send any help at all. So what am I going to do? I'm going to send 1,000 troops to be pretty much a patrol guard. I am certainly not going to help the Oirat out in their war. It's a war that the Oirat are going to win because the Uzbek are pathetically weak. At least Chagatai are slowly creeping up towards supporting my independence. Inflation reduction is of no concern. We can't afford the diplomatic reputation individual for the limited use that he would be. Can afford all these, but none of them are particularly useful. They're also far beyond our budget. Also, I was mentioning the trading earlier on. We're making 1.13 now that we collect in Beijing. Definitely a net gain for us. I want to get military access through Ming, but it's dependent on Ming's relations with the Oirat. What could be more exciting? It's entirely possible that we will get through this 3 hours of streaming and I will be none the wiser. I fully expect to lose quite a lot here. Now, Chagatai will never support your independence if they are at war. Thankfully, they've gone to war with Kashmir, which is a very cut and dry job. They will occupy Kashmir and then probably vassalize them, because that's what Chagatai does. During that time, I have to really get those relations high with them. Like a lot higher. And during this time, Manchu is looking at me, licking their lips. They haven't taken the mission. They get a mission to unite the Manchu tribes, or something to that effect. Which basically means annex Mongolia. And you bet they want to annex Mongolia. Not only that, Oirat isn't even shy about giving up the land. Nor do they particularly want to defend you. They truly are the worst overlord. The Laharl of overlords. In the meantime, there's little I can do other than sit around and improve relations. I'm choosing Ming in the hopes that when I go independent, they'll be much more likely to play ball with me and less likely to coalition me. I'm asked if Chagatai will accept royal marriage. No, they won't. They're a different religious group. Oh yeah, something about religions. You're part of Buddhism, one of the worst religious groups in the game. You know, Eastern, and of Eastern, you could at least be Shinto for the added discipline. Did they change that to morale? Whatever, at least Shintos fight better. Confucians are just rubbish. Buddhists are pretty much equally rubbish. It's all a pretty sad tale. But yeah, Chagatai are Sunni, so no marriage there. Wouldn't be a bad idea if we could, but we can't. So let's talk 1.6 strategies. They're outdated, but they worked very well for Mongolia. You could, in 1.6... left that one a little late. In 1.6, you could simply have Oirat drawn into a war with Manchu, and then you declared independence on Oirat. Because of the way things worked back then, that meant you could leave the Manchu war, and Oirat would be left to pick up the pieces. So you steamroll Oirat between Manchu and yourself, and you win. With a bit of luck, Chagatai joins in, and well, between you two, just wreck them. I'm being a bit inefficient with the whole improving relations here, because I'm a scrub. Also, they will accept my independence, which is definitely a good idea. However, the Manchu are going to declare on me if I do that. Amazingly, the Oirat got ripped. Not in a good way. Well, make hay when the sun shines. That was, is this the Iron Man luck? Manchu still don't want to fight me. Just yet. Unfortunately, Korea haven't taken the mission to attack them. I'm hoping that they do. Korea get a mission to take Haixi. Kaishi? Something like that. Now, pretty garbage leaders, but I'm going to stick the heir in charge. He's both better, and I want him dead. But that's okay. I have a trick for the heir anyway. Well, I'm not really sure if it could be called a trick. Alright, so strike whilst the iron is hot. Unfortunately, all of Shagatai's troops are busy over there. But amazingly, Uzbek is pressing the advantage. Because, even more amazingly, Kazan, Nagai, and Crimea, and everyone else haven't jumped on the Golden Horde like they normally do. They have cores on them. This is phenomenal luck. I look forward to screwing this all up. No diplomats to send, though. I'll have to wait for the turn of the month, which is no bad deal for me anyway, since what? Gives me a chance to get my troops' morale back. He's going to get away in time. And he's regaining troops. Unfortunately, you're still a long way from taking Kashmir. But these guys are still doing a shattered retreat. Where would they be going to? Kurak Tag, so they could be going all the way down here. That works massively to my favour. What about you, Manchu? What are you thinking? You're not thinking take Mongolia. Oh, this works. Jakey, you're going to use mercenaries a lot since you take attrition and war score, blah blah blah. I will, but not right now. Alright, Chagatai, show me what you're made of. Now, I'd love to move these 3,000 away, but they're kinda... I want to keep these guys stationed so I can scorch the earth if Manchu come for me. Well... Trouble is, I don't have the units to clean him up entirely. Out of anything, I want to occupy his capital first and foremost, so I should stick 2,000 towards there. Tanu Chuva is a place that you can take with only one unit since it's a level 1 base tax fort, so I may just prioritize that. Keep it going. Yeah. '28th of December. Okay, let's see how this goes. Hopefully, Chagatai help us out somewhat. Or even more hopefully, the Oirat decide to go for Chagatai's lands instead of my own. Now, it might be a little suicidal, but I'm going to scorch my land here. It gives it better defensiveness, just in case Manchu decide that I'm a very tasty snack. Epic Delusion asks, what